To I wanna ask again in the office and see what was like. But if we are oh, yeah. Yeah, read about more. Dabbling, dabbling, very simple. Yeah, great. Okay.
Are you lonely by yourself?
I'm lonely. I'm joining in a minute.
Cool.
You. Can't push which one. Good evening, everyone. We're just waiting another minute or two to see if we have a couple more board members joining us. We're waiting for quorum. Just sit back and enjoy the comfortable temperature.
I'm just enjoying the speech. I don't have to wait for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have to let you. Maybe no one else showed up. I'll go grab another one. Yeah. I give you this now.
8. You're real self.
5. When you bring up my notebook, so I can write on it too.
Maybe. What would I share?
Yeah.
It's working.
I will pause for like under 60 seconds.
I worked them.
But I went to, long time ago. Just transfer back to town. I don't, this is like mid-80s. I don't like, lacking behind. So I took all the time. Yeah. And then the only time to offer there, I can't. Little sanctification. Not to get. And by the people. Yeah, I get how it's all about it. I went to Latvia. And by South Carolina. Only friends. But, Latvia was kind of something. Yeah. No, I do know that. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We still do not have a quorum, but we are going to start with some items that do not require a quorum. So I'm just gonna go over. Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Julio. I'm the chair of Community Board 7. Welcome to our November board meeting. We do not have a quorum, so we're just gonna go through some stuff and see if people show up. So I'm gonna start with, let's start with, some public comment. Is there any member of the public who wishes to speak before our board on an item on the agenda or anything else? Please come up.
Take your time. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, members of the board, neighbors, and teachers. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. Last month, on October 4th,
I will explain what happened shortly. So, can we wait a minute for Susan, or what do you think?
If you're joining us on Zoom, please mute yourself.
Start over.
Yeah.
You get to start over.
Go right ahead.
Take your time.
Good evening, members of the board, neighbors, and Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. Last month on October 4th, my family was killed by an Indian driver right here in our whole neighborhood. It's been struggle. We have lived here for over 2 decades, and we never imagined that something like this could ever happen to us. And what I mean by us is what happened to her was not nice. This has been going on for some time now. Watching cars fly down the avenue for years, disobeying the speed limit, cars eating the red lights. There's a general lack of safety measures on the streets. Sunset Park, have a lot of families, children, elderly. She stepped outside the gate to walk my dog, and she walked her like that. I said, this could have totally been avoided had certain measurements been taken. I'm here today as my mother's voice because she no longer has one. Not only on behalf of my family, but for every single person in this community who walks these streets and simply wants to feel safe. We can't bring her back, but we can take steps to make sure that this doesn't happen to another family. Our tragedy can also be a turning point. We must honor her memory by preventing another tragedy. I respectfully ask the board to consider the following safety improvements. Maybe putting in speed reduction bumps or speed reduction cameras or red light camera. My mother's death is permanent for our family. But a moment where we decide that safety is not optional, that protecting residents is not secondary, and that no one else will lose a loved one simply because they step outside. Thank you for your time. And your commitment to our community.
In case you can hear it, there's a little girl outside. She's almost a year and a half old. And my wife took care of her every 5 days a week. She got into the house and she got breakfast and my wife was she dedicated herself to that baby in a way. And go after every morning she wakes up like 7. She doesn't know where she is. She loves it. And I hope there's something to prevent that happening to another little girl or little boy. He's lost an incredible grandmother who was really dedicated to making sure that she was educated properly, understood what was going on around. And to me, that's the big loss. I'm 83 years old. I'm not going to live forever. Things happen. But this little girl is a real tragedy.
One last thing, I'm sorry, I did do a petition. So far, we have about 100 signatures. Um, and I'm hoping to get more so that we can get, um, some kind of speed camera or red light camera, anything at that corner. Those of you that know that corner know how dangerous it is. Um, one day before it made a month that my mom got hit, there was a gentleman who was hit on a bike. It was a hit and run again. But
Can you repeat the corner?
41st Street and 7th Avenue. But 42nd, 41st, and 40th, those are like, you have a stretch there from where the school is. There's a school in 44th, which I don't know why there isn't a speed camera there already because of the school. But that stretch from 44th all the way down to 39th, that's where people, like 50 miles per hour, but they're flying down right in the front, and you can just hear it. You hear it, you stand outside on the block. I remember I stood outside the week after she was killed. I stood outside just watching for a little while, and about 4 cars ate the red light. This can happen to any one of us. And the reason why these things don't get done is because it hasn't hit close to home. When it happens to you, you don't understand the pain. Anyway, thank you. Samantha, please take a minute. We are.
Um, One, for sharing her grief. Um, and what I said to Thomasina had reached out to our board, asked her to come here this evening. And I want to encourage her to share the petition that she collected with her neighbors. And if she is willing to uh, join us at either an upcoming transportation committee meeting or in any kind of future action to see some improvements on 41st Street. I live just right around the corner on 40th, and I see every day how people go through the red light to catch 39th Street or what have you. And we cannot continue to see preventable fatalities in this community, whether it is on Third Avenue, Fourth Avenue, Fifth, Sixth, Seventh, Eighth. These are all preventable. So I will leave it there. Is there any other member of the public who wishes to speak? Please. Yes, thank you.
It's sad that we continually hear these stories and they continue. I say, what can I do? So on 51st and 7th, I put bumper guards to slow down the bikes that are zipping through. DOT threatened me and my family with tickets because they said what we were doing was illegal. So I was dumbfounded. It's illegal for me to put signs, slow down, and put bumpers because they're not from DOT, but nothing gets enforced with these guys just riding through. I don't understand it. And it continually happens to everyone. And it hurts. It hurts because you never see these people. I personally experienced loss of families with people. I've been going to places and trying to do things. There's a few people here from senators that have been involved, and I want to thank them. Other politicians, after a while, it's no longer the cool thing to get involved. They just, yeah, we'll get back to you. They don't even say that. So there's a few people here that I want to thank that have done it, Chan, Francesca, that have actually spoken to these people. Whereas again, other politicians just blow you away. But it continuously happens. We're gonna keep doing these stories, but nothing gets done. And we need a solution. I try to do the solution and DOT comes on at me. It doesn't make sense. Thank you for your time.
Is there any other public comment? Please come up.
I just want to thank the board for having me here. Um, I had some notes written that I was going to speak about. My name is Dr. Erwin Schindler, psychologist. I've been in practice for 44 years. My heart goes out for the story that we just heard. I am a licensed first responder. I'm the psychologist, not the psychologist, but one of many who have to go to these types of tragedies. I always tell my wife the day that my heart doesn't break, I have to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm so sorry for your loss. It was very brave to come up and should be a merit for your wife if we could get something done. I'm new to the community and we are opening a behavioral health center on 39th Street, 649 39th Street. I have open centers and I usually go into neighborhoods that use the word underserved. There's not enough resources. Everybody in this world can use somewhere to go. We are trying to do something very different. I can't begin to tell you whether it's a tragic story like what we heard, or just daily challenges, relationship, business, children, our centers are open. I am trying to do it extra hours, weekends, evenings till 8 or 9 o'clock. Responsiveness, there's no such thing as calling and you have to wait for weeks and weeks. I spoke to the OMH Office of Mental Health, and they know me from other areas that I've been in. I've been in Flatbush, Canarsie, Greenpoint, Williamsburg, other places in Brooklyn. And I've always tried my best. I say we work with all cultures, all languages. We are going to have therapists, certainly English, Chinese, Spanish, Arabic, plus psychiatry. This is just to meet the need. I just want to tell you, I have 3 minutes, another minute or so. I've had tragedies in my life. And I know what that feels like to be all alone. And people come to our office, and I always say, medical, you can come in, someone can give you a shot, someone gives you an antibiotic. They don't have to be kind and giving and loving and caring. Behavioral health is different. And maybe all your lives are perfect. And coming in, for example, all the facilities that I've ever been involved, coffee, cake, smile, warmth, soft music, we are trying to do something different because every person is important. My words sound very nice. I offer anybody that wants to come to just see. This is not about business. This is about helping people. I cannot take to see people walking around with children. We see people for everything. We are just opening now. Okay, we're going to start. We have to sign up. We're accepting applications and
just already people are reaching out. I am here for the community. I hope this is not my only meeting. I'd like to get to know people here, but I am here for the community, and I will tailor make our program to meet the needs of the community. I will come in here. I want every elected official in the neighborhood to hear what is it that they want. So it's like culture. We have security. We'll be open late with a 40-car parking lot for those who come by car. You come to us and tell us what it is you need, and I will figure out how to get it for you. This is something that's really important. I promise this when I was a kid going through challenges. If I get older and I ever have a chance to help people, that's all I want. I just want to help. I'll be here later. You have questions specific. I only have a few minutes now. Tell me what it is you need, and I will try my best to give it. We accept all insurances, Medicaid, certainly. So in most cases, no cost. I want to be a help for the community. Unfortunately, tragedies happen, but people have that place to come, feel the warmth, the caring. This will be something really special when people come in. Will experience something. I'll be here. And again, sir, I'm so sorry for your loss. It was very brave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Is there any other public comment?
Evening, everyone. My name is Trey McGee. I'm with Target Margin Theater on 52nd Street between 2nd and 3rd. I won't take up too much of your time. We just have a couple events that I wanted to share. First, I do want to say my sincerest condolences for your loss. Just absolutely devastating, and thank you for sharing your words with us. We have a couple of community gatherings happening in the next month or so, and we would love to see you there if you wish to be there. On Saturday, December 13th at 7 p.m. We're hosting a toy drive at our theater. Please come by and bring toys that we'll be donating. We'll also be playing some music, and we'll have some food and drink. And then on Thursday, December 18th from 6 to 9, we'll be hosting a holiday gathering, welcoming our LGBTQ members of the community, but all are welcome. That's it for me. We have flyers out on the table. Please take one. I'll be here. I have information too if you want to speak with me face to face. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
Good evening. Rosa, you said I'm the back manager of the Sunset Park Laboratory. Thank you for having me. My sincere condolences. It's heartfelt, the things that you go through, but I hope that you find comfort in the special memories that I wanted just to share with everybody. I did post some highlights of the programs that we have hosting library, but I want to highlight also the one-to-one immigrant job support sessions that we have. We hold that every Thursday between 12 and 4 p.m. In addition to that, we continue to hold social programs for children. We're working with Sunset Spark. Every Wednesday, we have a 4 p.m. Robotics, and except for next Wednesday because of the holiday. But we also have the Saturday free planning workshops. And we'll have some of the flyers outside. Our doors are always open for everybody. We have programs for children just born, what we call our first 5 years programs, our story that is remain to be very popular. And then also we have a series of English as a second language classes. And of course, we also have the support that we have for those who want to actually open or they want to also grow their business. We have hours on Fridays from 11. Thank you. Wishing everybody a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much, Roxanne. I believe we have quorum. So I will ask Natasha to call the attendance. Good evening, everyone. When you hear your name, please present. For those board members who are attending online, when you hear your name, you'll be prompted to unmute yourself, state your present, and then self again. Diana Aguilar, Rizal Amador, Damian Andrade, Jalila Bailey, Joan Vadi,
Here.
thank you.
Grisera Amador present. Grisera Amador present.
Thank you, Griselle. Just please mute yourself. Griselle and Joan, you don't count towards quorum. Gladys Bruno, thank you. Jerry Chan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Esteban Chavez,
Here.
thank you. You do not count towards quorum. Richard Kodar, thank you. Carrie Conti,
I'm here.
thank you. You do not count towards quorum. Maria Cruz,
Here.
thank you. You do not count towards quorum. Danny DeBear, John DeLuca, thank you. Gabriel Morales Escamilla, Cynthia Felix, Matthew Folkowitz, thank you. Jamie Freed, thank you. Ken Fung, thank you. Xiomara Garcia, thank you. Diana Gonzalez, Hector Gonzalez,
Here.
thank you, Hector. You do not count towards quorum. Felicia Gonzalez, thank you. Nicole Wong, Nicholas Jackson, thank you. Dan Kaminsky, thank you. Jeremy Kaplan, Erin Keith,
Present.
thank you, Erin. You do not count towards quorum. Wyco, thank you. Paul Mack,
Here.
thank you, Paul. You do not count towards quorum. Antoinette Martinez, Jonathan Martinez, thank you. Burley Moda, Julio Pena III, present. Thank you. Michael Pepin, Benjamin Reeves, Karen Rolnick, thank you. Joanna Romero,
Present.
thank you. You do not count towards quorum. Patricia Ruiz,
Present.
thank you. Samara Santiago,
Present.
thank you. You do not count towards quorum. Samuel Sierra, thank you. Selena Sorma, thank you. Michael Tom, thank you. Trey Walker, thank you. Catherine Walsh, thank you. And Cesar Zuniga,
Present.
thank you, Cesar. You do not count towards quorum.
Thank you.
Oh, no, 22. We have the high quorum. Oh, short. Oh, one short. Okay, so I lied. We do not have quorum. So in the absence of quorum, the only official action I can take is to adjourn. But we will continue with our agenda and other items.
Hold on,
Just
hold
made it. 23. I lied again. We do have quorum. So let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
You go to the flag, state and flag. To the company, hold stand, one nation, the God, indivisible, with liberty, and strong.
Okay, we're gonna go through this as quickly as possible.
Lock the door.
Is there a motion to adopt the agenda? Motion by Jerry, seconded by Pat. Is there any objection to adopting the agenda? Seeing or hearing none, it is so adopted. Moving to the adoption of the minutes of October 15th, 2025 board meeting. Is there a motion to adopt? Motion by Pat, seconded by Gladys. Is there any objection to adopting the minutes from last month? Seeing or hearing none, they are so adopted. We did public comment. Moving on to our committee reports. We do not have any votes tonight, but we'll hear from some of our chairs, starting with Jonathan, Education, Health, and Human Services.
Hello, everyone. I wanted started to pay because I wasn't here for the last conference.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We held our meeting on October 21st. We did not meet quorum, but we did continue with the meeting, and our first presentation was by Dr. Leah Youssef from NYU Langone. She presented on co-occurring disorders, treatment and family health centers for NYU, which has to do with overseeing integrated behavioral health services focused on treating individuals with substance use and co-occurring conditions. Second up, everyone should have received, or the board members received, a copy of a community resource list, which to help to draft. It's an amazing resource that has information on many different city services, public schools, charter schools, and this is covered in Sunset Park and Lizard Terrace. And we had a request from one of our board members, Bill Body, for a presentation for seniors, which we have for an upcoming meeting. One of our presenters was not able to present. They were from Vibrant Emotional, which is a NYC-based nonprofit dedicated to promoting mental health and emotional well-being resources. They had updates to the presentation, but due to the government shutdown, they couldn't get those approved, so they were able to present, but we do have them rescheduled for a future meeting. And Jamie Freed would like to
So just to clarify on this NYU Family Health Center thing, we have a special track within the clinic that treats people with co-occurring substance use and psychiatric disorders. Normally, the wait list for that track is several months, but even if somebody gets a referral through a local based organization, they can get an intake appointment usually within 1 to 2 weeks. And so what Dr. Alta was presenting was a sort of expedited referral process through our CEOs. And we provide outpatient psychiatric care and psychotherapy with all. So if anyone has the CBO that might be a referral source for the program, just come by me later.
Is the community board classified as I mean, like, could be considered an expedited?
No, I don't think so.
Has to be like so.
Like one of the CBOs.
Thank you. Anything else to add?
No, thank you so much for our members.
Thanks so much for our members for covering the meeting. Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan. Moving on to our housing committee, but I don't think Antoinette or Jeremy are here this evening. They are not. So, uh, moving on to public safety. Coming up. Okay. Thank you. Gary?
Okay. By the way, I love how you guys dress the same color. Right? Yeah. So, we had a meeting, about one item and one item only is regarding, approving or extending or submitting approval for a family hall, license. So, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. You guys could read it in a minute or watch the video. I wasn't here because I had another meeting. So just give you summarize what happened was, the family hall came and present. Cynthia was asking questions, 72 precinct was here talking about, why, that the area is having trouble. So between 2023 to 2025, there was 143 311 calls, okay, on that location. And then 482 911 calls, that location. There was 7 arrests, 30 complaints, and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm trying to make the long story short. Today was the SRA meeting at the state level. The state has denied the license, and they had to stop serving immediately. That means there is no temporary license that needs to be revoked as today at 4 o'clock, I think. Right. So I have nothing else to kind of talk about that license renewal. So any questions? Oh, so you want to say something?
No, I was gonna say thank you, Jerry, but
Yeah,
everyone has something.
yeah, I'll add something. So everyone is eyes and ears in the neighborhood, right? If you see something, you see bars, you see a licensed bar that's acting up, report it. Report to your local precinct. There is so many unlicensed um bars and legal gambling parlors in our area. We don't know what they are. So just when you see something, please report it. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Jerry. Um, that is it for our committees. We just did a roll call, so I'm going to table that. Moving on to our elected officials report, starting with Ikra from Councilmember Hamid's office, followed by Sean Girl.
Hi, everyone. One sec. Okay, so I want to talk about the Trust Act. That's a sanctuary city and accountability. It's a hearing that's happening on December 8th at 10 a.m. And then the second thing is the district office legal consultation hours on November 25th and December 10th. And a leaf bag pickup at 197 Bond Street from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ikra. Next we have Sean Girl from Assemblymember Carroll's office, followed by Miguel from VP Reynoso's office. Sean, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep. Yes.
Excellent. I just have a quick announcement about an e-recycling event that we've got on Saturday, December 6th at our district office, 416 7th Avenue. That's in Park Slope between 13th and 14th Street from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's e-recycling sponsored by the Sanitation Department with the Lower East Side Ecology Center and co-sponsored by our colleague Shahana Hanif's office. We also have leaf bags at our office anytime. That's again at 416 7th Avenue. And please give us a call at 718-788-7221 if you have anything that you could use our help with. Thank you all and have a good evening.
Julio, that's the one type of recycle.
Question for you, Sean. What type of recycling is it?
It's e-recycling of computers, monitors, printers, scanners, fax machines, keyboards. So that's all most computer related stuff, TVs, DVRs, DVD, video game consoles. We also have textile recycling the same day, but no appliances, no air conditioners, no batteries, no paint, no light bulbs, and no discs or cassettes. But if you I have the flyers with Community Board 7, it'll be emailed out in the newsletter tomorrow. So take a closer look there. But remember, no cassettes. If anybody's got cassettes around.
No, for real. They got turned away last time. Thank you, Sean. I'm gonna switch it up for a quick second. Senator Bernardis has joined us on Zoom, so we will have him speak. Welcome, Senator.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Julio. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I can't be there in person. We had a little bit of a new addition to our family. So you see, I have my 2-month-old with me here. So most nights I've been staying home and sticking to Zoom instead of making it out. So thanks for understanding. I know Francesca from my office is there with you in person. Just a couple of quick notes as we are gearing up for returning to Albany come January, in case I don't get to see you before then. Obviously, very interested in seeing how we'll be able to work with our new mayoral administration, especially on some of the incoming priorities around public transit and childcare, which have always been really big standing issues for me and priorities for me to keep working on. And as chairman of the Committee on Budget and Revenue, trying to figure out how we're going to be able to find the funding to be able to pay for a lot of these initiatives, and we can also extend them statewide, is going to be a big part of my focus come the new year. Relatedly, as it relates to Albany, another big push for mine, and something you've heard me talk about before, and I think this board has previously supported, has been the push to pass New York for All, which is my legislation that would prohibit local governments from colluding and conspiring with ICE for the purposes of immigration enforcement without a judicial warrant. We had reports even last night that ICE was located in Bensonhurst and Bushwick, and we know it's only a matter of time, according to Tom Homan, that they're going to come here in force. And whatever we're seeing happening in other cities around the country, expect it to be a lot worse. New York for All can help protect us and keep us all safe. So I'm going to be fighting tooth and nail with my colleagues to try to pass that as soon as we can in the new year. The last thing I'll highlight is I know around traffic safety, I know we have been revisiting the conversation around 3rd Avenue, especially after the tragic deaths we had over the summer. I've been trying to re-engage alongside with the community board, DOT, asking them for more information, asking them for what the status is, trying to get a better sense of the enforcement from PD, from the speed cameras, and try to help us make sure that we can actually move this project forward. It's my hope, frankly, that with a new incoming administration, we'll have better luck and more responsiveness to help move these critical safety measures forward. Related to street safety, of course, some of you may have known, I've been pushing this bill, the Stop Super Speeders Act, which would target the worst 1% of drivers in the city, those who get 16 or more speeding tickets, which is about 3,500 to 3,700 vehicles in New York City that are responsible for 20% of the injuries and fatalities on our streets, to require those vehicles by a judicial order to have a speed limiting device installed on them so that they cannot exceed the speed limit. Why is that important? Because if you suspend someone's license 75% of the time, according to data, they're going to drive anyway. And it's very cumbersome and difficult to take away someone's vehicle. And especially because of the speed camera tickets, we don't always know who's driving the vehicle, but we do know that that vehicle is being driven dangerously. So if we can make those vehicles safer, we can keep people safe on our roadways. It passed the state Senate last year. We need to push the state assembly to pass it this coming year. And that'll also be on my agenda once we go back to legislative session. If I don't see you guys, have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you again for having me. Thank you for being such great partners with us. And my office is always here to be of assistance to you all. We're located right on Carroll Street between 3rd and 4th Avenues. And with that, I yield back. That was a lot to say in one breath.
Thank you so much, Senator.
And she says Happy Thanksgiving too. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Returning to Miguel from DP Reynos's office, followed by Ray Morales from Senator Chan's office.
Hey, good night, everyone. I will say, for my part, and to your community as well, my condolences to the family affected by this tragedy. They always told me in the office, don't promise anything, but I think it's very particularly important. I provided my information to the family, and if you guys need our assistance, when it comes to talking with the city agencies, for this, we have a pretty good constituent affairs team that we can, help out. Once again, I cannot promise anything, but at the very least, it's something that our office can help out, at least in this community and everybody else. Any complaint that you have already submitted to 311, our office is able to help you depending on the type of complaint. We might be able to contact the city agency and talk to them about the situation and get a response back that we can give you as well. All right. So something's happening. Happy Thanksgiving is very close by. Hopefully you guys have a chance to be with your families. We have some information about some affected populations in our community and in outside too. Especially we have an ongoing Brooklyn Borough Hurricane Melissa relief drive. Here's a flyer for that. We are collecting baby items, hygiene products, first aid items, and other essentials for those impacted by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. And, drop off donations at Brooklyn Borough Hall to 9 Rodman Street, weekdays between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. You have something on that sense. Alongside that, we are working with several elected official offices as well, same flyer. And yes, they also take in other stuff such as bed sheets, towels, hygiene products, surgery, medication, household items, and more for these efforts. So I can give you a flyer and have a few more. So if you have some items that you want to donate for those impacted by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica, you can either drop it off in one of these elected official offices or in our building as well. We are also since I'm on community board, we are doing community board applications that is opening up soon. And community board applications for 2026 are live until February 6th. So if you want to run or be part of the community board, make sure to save that day. All NYC residents 16 years and older who work or have a significant interest in the community, can serve on the community board. Please take a flyer and visit the link to our website to learn more about how to join boards. So we also have an upcoming World AIDS commemoration event as well. And I don't know what that one is, this one. And for this event, join us for a performance by Bloodline Dance Theaters in commemoration of World AIDS Day on Monday, December 1st at Brooklyn Borough Hall. Doors open at 11 a.m. The show begins at 12 p.m. Lastly, this was not on the list, but I was approved to share it with you all, is the Department of State, New York State, and the Office of New Americans. They are giving out these flyers in which you can know your rights and your resources against the federal government when they have actions. And, resources are available for everyone, including immigrants. You also, if you want to share information with them regarding federal government action in New York State, you can scan this QR code and share that as well. Thank you everybody for your time. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes.
Question from Darren Chen.
So you mentioned that the application is opening soon. It's actually open already because I received my email.
Question is, you mentioned that the application is opening soon. It is currently open. Can you confirm?
Yes, it is, I think, one second. Yeah. Should be open, I mean, I gotta check again when did it open, but all I know is that you have until February 6th, 2026 to apply, so if it is open, yeah. You can ask how the flyer as well, if others are confused.
Thank you, Miguel. Moving on, before we go to Ray, just want to acknowledge, Assembly Member Marcelo Martinez has joined us. Would you like to say a few words, Assembly Member?
Like the price is right. Sorry, good evening, everyone. I'm State Assembly Member Marcelo Martinez. I just wanted to talk about things that are happening. It's November, we're going into December, which means that I am getting ready to go back to Albany for January through June. So I just wanted to share a couple of the priorities I'm focusing on this year. There's a Tenant Opportunity to Purchase Act. This is for multiple dwelling buildings that are gonna be going, for sale. We wanna give the tenants that live there the first opportunity of refusal. What we've been seeing, especially in what we've been seeing, especially in gentrifying, is the over leverage of purchase of these properties with the intent just to flip them, right? And in order to flip them and make money, they need to be able to get out the people that are paying a low rent and bring in new renters, right? So that's also taking away the affordable housing stock that we have. So the bill would actually allow tenants to have the right of first refusal, and we're also fighting for funding to help them acquire the properties. The other thing is the Clean Deliveries Act. This is about the last mile warehouses. I'm not sure how many people know about that. So this is the last stop before your package is delivered to you by mail. So these are warehouses that are popping up left and right. They're allowed to build without any notification. There's no notification to the community. So what we're seeing, especially in Red Hook, is they're being built in manufacturing zone areas. And so there's a lot of concern with the amount of trucks that are coming in and out of these facilities. We don't know how many trucks are coming in and out. We don't know if the infrastructure is gonna hold. But this in particular would regulate the exhaust from the many trucks that are coming in and out of the communities. You guys have heard this about tax the rich, so we're looking at new legislation. We're looking at trying to create additional brackets for personal income. We're also looking at increasing the corporate tax to be able to bring in more money and resources for the state, especially since we know that there's going to be much more federal cuts at the federal level. We're also seeing a huge issue with SNAP skimming. So a lot of our neighbors that have the EBT cards that get the food benefits on it, they're being stolen. And so we're working on legislation to add more security on them, but also there's currently no money to reimburse people that have had their benefits stolen. And if we think about these are folks that already are having challenges, they need government assistance, and now that money is disappearing. So we're working on trying to create a fund. The new mayor-elect is talking about universal childcare. So some of the stuff that he's trying to do is gonna be, they're gonna need assistance at the state level to do that. So that's something that we know has been impacting a lot of our communities. We wanna make it affordable, but we also wanna make sure that the workforce is sustainable. So we're also having conversations about increasing their salaries, because that's another issue too. One of the reasons we don't have enough childcare centers is because we don't have people that are gonna stay in the industry. Immigration is a huge thing. We're looking at funding for legal service providers.
but also New York for All, which would limit city and state resources that would be used for federal immigration. And the other thing is about public renewables. We're trying to do this transition, and so we're fighting to get 25 gigawatts by 2030 so that we can start that. Another big thing that's supposed, and this is actually supposed to start in March. This is the housing access voucher program, so we know a lot of our neighbors are struggling. This is another subsidy that we would be introducing. This would be at the state level. But one of the restrictions that makes it difficult for some subsidy is because there's not apply based on their immigration status. So that's something that would not be an impediment to our neighbors being able to apply to this. Again, this is expected to start March 1st, so we're working on getting information out to folks. The first year is only $50 million, but we want to find sure we get more. Just wanted to also share, if you guys didn't hear the news, the governor in the state of New York has approved the Williams Northeast Supply Enhancements of the Nancy pipeline because they want to produce more fossil fuels. That's something that we're trying to fight because we need to start moving in a transition. And at a time where people are having a hard time about utilities and it being affordable, this is not the direction that we want to go to. And lastly, I just want to share the Metropolitan Transportation Authority is going to be having open house tomorrow in Sunset Park at the library from 6 to 8. I'm sure they'll let me explain that again some more. And the Brooklyn Bus Network redesign is expected to have their first draft plan published by the first quarter of 2026. I also want to announce enforcement of double parked cars along bus routes. They're going to be coming to 2 bus lines in Sunset Park, so the B63 and the B11. If you park and block the bus, they're going to start issuing tickets. I see some people applauding. There's a 60-day notice. So if you get a ticket within the 60 days, it's just going to be a warning, but the next one is going to cost you. And lastly, I just want to announce we're still finalizing plans, but December 12th, which is a Friday, and December 13th, which is a Saturday, our office is going to be having open hours. We're going to be scheduling some workshops to talk a little bit about the engagement, talk a little bit about Albany, talk a little bit about legislation. But it's a great way for folks to just come down, visit the office, come and talk. And it's a nice way of saying, you know, goodbye to the old year and let's get started. So with that, I just want to see if there's any questions.
Oh, someone beat me to it. Yeah. Okay.
Would you support Senator Gennardis's Stop Super Speeders bill in the assembly and help advance it to the assembly?
The super speeder bill, is that the one, they have so many names that is this the one that has the mechanism in the car that doesn't allow you? Yeah, I drove that last year. Pretty freaky, but yeah. I think that am I not signed on to it or you're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, passed in the Senate but hasn't passed in the assembly yet.
Usually takes. So that's fine, yeah. If I'm not on it, I can sign on to it. Yeah, it was really interesting to see the mechanism and actually take a car that had this limitation out on the road. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
I just add that we are signing the bill. It's carried on. Yeah.
Emily Gallagher in the assembly.
So we'll talk about the pipeline, right?
Yeah.
So this year, the sales guy keeps telling me that solar energy, right? There's no more rebate after December. Are we going to do something to kind of help extend that tax item for the New York State?
Yeah, no, we have to. I think one of the responsibilities that we have as government is to try to make the transition as easy as possible. So yes, definitely wanting to make sure that we're doing that and we're extending anything that we need. Thank you, Assembly Member, for joining us. Moving on to Ray from Senator Chan's office, followed by Kadir Uzmanov from Councilmember Swan's office.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ray Morales. I'm here on behalf of our Senator Stephen T. Chen, who could not be here tonight. He was previously engaged in another event. He apologizes. He sent his well wishes, and he wishes everyone a happy Thanksgiving. You have to forgive me tonight if I'm not at my best. I spent a great deal of time talking to Thomasina and the Byron family at the start of the meeting, and it upset me. It's a conversation that our office is having way too often. We go way back with the Barretto family from Sunset Park. Most recently, the Chen and Lin family, the two Asian gentlemen that were killed on 3rd Avenue back in July 11th. It's a conversation that, again, we have way too often. But I think Thomasino put it very succinctly. It hits home to every any one of us. I mean, show of hands here. How many people have had a close run-in with a car, an e-bike, a scooter, whatever you want to call it, a moped? The streets seem very dangerous. What I can tell you is that Senator Chan, he did reach out to the family right after the tragedy, and he's committed to continue to work with the family, work with his fellow elected officials to get stricter penalties for people for these acts, and give the police the power they need to have enforcement to slow these people down and have registration and insurance. We are committed to that. So again, my heart and my prayers go out to you and the family. On a lighter note, our office was made aware last week of an illegal vendor selling tainted shrimp on 8th Avenue. I hope anyone has heard about this, but we're made aware, I think, on Friday evening, really late in the evening, there was a truck that was selling shrimp that was previously sold at Walmart, but recalled. So now someone got a hold of the shrimp that was selling for three packages for $10. So we'll bargain. So when it comes to seafood, people were actually were buying it fast and steady. However, we did send a team up there. We contacted the NYPD, the Q team, Sergeant Carolina, the CEO of the 7-2. They went out there, and by the time they responded, of course, the vendor was gone. We did work hand in hand with the 7-2 to create 2 flyers, one in English, one in Chinese. And the following day, the Q team, along with the auxiliary team of the 7-2 precinct, went out and distributed nearly 1,000 flyers. We have them here, so I just want everyone to be aware of that. The senator and myself, we visited last week the CFL food pantry at 443 39th Street, Brooklyn. We were at a teach-in. We spoke to some clients about food insecurity, and to that end, we Senate was committed to be out there next Monday or Tuesday to provide some Thanksgiving meals for the clients up at that location. Lastly, we have another senior housing event, which is tomorrow from 2 to 5 p.m. at our office at 6605 Fort Hamilton Parkway. From the hours of 2 to 5 p.m., we're helping seniors with assistance with the senior housing. Again, my name is Ray Morales. My email is morales@nysenate.gov, and the phone number for the office is anyone here has any concerns we can assist you with. Please feel free to call 718-333-0311. Again, happy Thanksgiving to everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Moving on to Fadir Uzma from Councilmember Swan's office, followed by Rob Aguilar from Councilmember Lewis's office. And just also noting for the record, Nicole Juan, you're here, present, parking you present.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. First of all, want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, which is upcoming next week. We have a couple of announcements from our office. We have some free leave bags to give out if anyone wants to come by at 6514 20th Ave. We also going to have a block party on December 7th. We're going to be giving out 1,000 toys for 1,000 kids. We can share a form to fill out. If you have anyone, please stop by. There's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have performances, artists, and a lot of things for our kids to enjoy before the winter holidays. That's pretty much it from our office. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fadir. Rob Aguilar from Councilmember Release's office, followed by Jessica Bravo from Congressman Campbell's office.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rob Aguilar, District Director with the Office of Councilmember Alex Aviles. I'd like to personally give my condolences to the family. I know how difficult this is. I lost my dad suddenly a few months ago in March, and it's not an easy thing to lose parent. So just gonna share what quickly one legislative update. December 8th, there will be a immigration committee hearing over at City Hall, where they will be looking at four pieces of legislation, one of which was introduced by Councilmember Aviles, where this is around signage in public spaces describing constitutional and legal protections for our immigrant neighbors. The signage would also clearly identify examples of non-public areas where property, non-public areas of city property, and list the rights individuals may invoke when interacting with federal immigration authorities. And as we are all aware, ICE activity has been increasing significantly in the community. We ask that when we report and share this information out, I know we're all different in groups, different chats, different signal chats, different WhatsApp chats, that we confirm that it's an actual ICE sighting before we put this out there, because it creates a lot of panic. And I know folks who are really scared, and the fear is real because we're being told by the federal government that there's going to be an influx, aggressive influx of ICE agents into the community. Now, the scary part of this is that it also affects folks who are U.S. citizens, who look like me, who look like a lot of us in this room. As of a few months ago, there was 187 U.S. citizens that were detained, some for hours, some for days, where their family members did not know that this had happened to them. They thought they were missing, and they think the worst. So we ask that you confirm and verify that it's a true sighting. And if you know of anyone that was detained and their loved ones need legal assistance or support, they can reach out to a free 800 number. It's the Office of New Americans, and that number is 1-800-566-7636. That's 1-800-566-7636. Also on the legal front, our office provides free legal services for constituents of the district. We do this service through NILAG. They come to our office once a month. Their next visit is December 15th. They'll be at our office. You can call our office and make an appointment, and they assist constituents with all sorts of legal help. Also taking place in our office is very important for us to support our veterans. And once a month, on the first Monday of every month, we have veteran affairs officers come to the office to assist veterans with things like housing needs, public assistance needs, and all sorts of free legal services provided through them to the Veterans Affairs unit. So that happens once a month on the first Monday of every month. And then also lastly, we have a street co-naming event happening this Saturday. We're gonna co-name the west corner of 17th Street and 4th Avenue to Donna Maxwell. That's gonna take place at noon. And if you're around and want to stop by and take part in that block party, please do so. And we'd also like to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Jessica Bravo from Congressmember Dan Goldman's office, followed by Anastasia.
You can speak,
Hello?
Jessica. We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was just having issues with my audio. So hi everyone. My name is Jessica from the office of Congressmember Dan Goldman. First of all, I want to wish everyone happy Thanksgiving since the holidays are coming soon. So as for updates this month, as you know, the shutdown is officially over. So we have resumed normal operations at the office, including casework and all type of assistance with federal agencies, legislative inquiries, etc. Additionally, if anyone needs any assistance with casework inquiry, the office hosts 2 constituent hours every month. So please feel free to stop by. We have one mobile office hours spot every third Wednesday of each month from 11 to 3 p.m. at Mixteca, which is located at 245 23rd Street. And we also have another constituent hours date again every month. It's the last Thursday of each month from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Homecrest Community Services, also in Sunset Park. It's located at 901 60th Street. And this is for anyone who has any who needs assistance with like any casework. So our office is there. And then this month, the office hosted a roundtable with organizations that provide food access and meal distributions in the neighborhood, such as Raising Health, the Women's Empowerment Coalition of New York City, Center for Family Life, etc., to hear directly from them and to explore ways in which our office can support collaborations across all these organizations, and to build stronger connections during these times. So we're grateful to every organization that participated and that shared their insights and concerns. Lastly, this month, Congressmember Goldman made an official request to the NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch for the Department of for the department to enforce state and local laws and hold federal immigration agents accountable for unlawful conduct. Like my colleague Rob mentioned before, this is after multiple reports that DHS agents have repeatedly broken the law by violently arresting or American citizens across the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Moving on to Anastasia from the Mayor's Community Action Unit.
Wait.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Chair. Thank you. Just one major announcement that I have from City Hall tonight. Mayor Adams announced a major evolution of Behavioral Health Emergency Assistance Response Division, which is also known as Be Heard. This is the city's health-led response to 9/11 mental health calls that will shift the focus even further towards a health-first response by streaming management to be fully operated and managed by New York Health and Hospitals in the coming months. As the part of the transition, FDNY emergency medical technicians, EMTs previously assigned to Be Heard will be reassigned to other emergency response unit as a part of efforts providing to improve ambulance response times in cases of emergencies. So this is a great improvement in this field. And that would be all for tonight. And as always, happy to assist. Any questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Anastasia. And lastly, Francesca, I know the senator was here, and so do you have anything you'd like to add briefly?
Hi, everyone. I know Senator Bernardus got into the thick of it, but as far as like fun little small things I want to share, we have lawn and leaf bags in our office. We have too many. Please come pick some up. I know you can use them. We're open from 10 to 6 every day. We're located at 497 Carroll Street between 3rd and 4th, closest to the Union Street Bar. As far as holiday events go as well, we are co-sponsoring an event with our friends over at NIA and Councilmember Avila's office. It'll be on December 14th at Coffee Park. If you want some hot chocolate, I want like with us, please come out when you have candy canes. We are also doing a toy drive at our office. If anybody wants to drop off toys, like I said, we're open 10 to 6 around Carroll Street, there's 4th. Besides that, if anybody knows of a coat drive happening nearby, please do let me know. We're making a whole collection of stuff for the holidays, but I'll let us go.
Thank you, Francesca. Moving on, well, before we move on, just acknowledging, for the record, Cynthia Felix, you are marked present. That's not to count towards quorum. Right. Oh, me, chair's report. Just a couple of items for the chair's report. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I met with EDC for a monthly meeting. Just a couple of quick updates that they are launching an RFP, request for proposal, for food services at the Maid Cafe building, which I believe is on 43rd Street. That RFP will be launched sometime next week. They said before Thanksgiving, which is next week. Are no significant updates for the Bush Terminal Playground, but their goal is to start that construction in early 2026. A couple months ago, I noted that they're doing a swap with Steiner Studios, where the EDC would do the playground and its upgrades, and Steiner would be doing some other part of their agreement that I can't recall at this moment. Most importantly, they earlier last week launched their new ferry updates for the map. The Transportation Committee held a meeting a couple of months ago because we were concerned about the loss of the South Brooklyn route and only Sunset Park only being serviced by the Rockaway line with only direct access to Wall Street. In their new update, during the weekdays and the regular season, Sunset Park will still not be connected to the South Brooklyn route, only the Rockaway route to Lower Manhattan and to the Rockaways, but during summer and peak services and weekends, the South Brooklyn route will be connecting back to Sunset Park and parts of South Brooklyn. And they also announced that they're exploring an additional landing in Sunset Park by the main campus, which is on 43rd Street. No details on what that will look like, what line, or when that will happen, but they announced as a capital project. My last announcement is CB7 will be once again hosting our holiday party, December 17th, in this room and in the hallway. So formal invitation will be coming out very soon. And last announcement, I will do Pat, our first vice chair.
Hi, you all got a copy of the draft CB7 resource guide. I wanted to just take the opportunity to ask you all to please review it. This is a work in progress. I can tell you from my observation, we do not have enough Windsor Terrace. There are churches, there are precincts, there are post office, there are schools in that community. Anyone that has any information that can be shared with us, please, you can email it to me. You don't have to go through the board office. They have enough responsibilities. Jonathan and the entire committee will be working on this to make it final. Don't ask me how long it's going to take. Right now, this is just a draft in Word. We're going to come up with some format on how much information is going to be on there and what we're going to be removing, etc. So if you can all just review it, send any edits, any additions to me, patruiz2013@gmail.com. Soon there will be a Google sheet and that will be shared with everyone on the board. But again, this is a work in progress. So for now, please bear in mind, you're gonna see stuff in there and say, oh my God, why is that in there? What's missing? Why isn't it in there? So please reach out to me or reach out to the board. If you can't remember my email, again, it's patruiz2013@gmail.com. This resource was, I've been waiting for this for years. So I am pushing this as much as I can. If you have any questions, then let me know. But again, thank you so much. And we, the committee, appreciate any assistance that you can give us as far as information. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Moving on to the district manager's report. He's making his way up.
I appreciate that. All that clown music. I've never come up here and given a rebuttal, but I'm gonna do so tonight. Many of our elected officials have offered, leaf bags. Do not go to your elected officials for leaf bags. Community Board 7 has all the leaf bags to serve you. They are right outside this room. You don't have to go anywhere else. You're already here, where the leaf bags are. Take as many as you want. We have 300. We can order more if we need them. I want to thank Natasha, who has served ably at the dais today, as Maria did last month. I thank them both. But I will be back at the dais next month for your viewing pleasure. I'd also like to thank Natasha for the work that she does on our holiday gift drive. Once again, we are collecting new toys and clothing for children up to 16. We are doing that through our next board meeting, which is December 17th. There are flyers outside on the table. We start with our family shelters. We want to make sure that every kid in our shelters gets a toy, and then we go to our not-for-profit community beyond that. We've been very successful in the past. We hope that you will continue your generosity this year. For those of you who, well, especially for those of you who are joining us tonight on Zoom, you may not be hearing us very well, but we have heard you. We understand that we do have audio issues. We do now have a budget to examine our audio issues and make changes to improve our audio. We are looking to get digital microphones, so we no longer have the problem with them going out. And we are looking to upgrade our camera as well. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully by the time we have the December meeting, we will have some of these audio issues resolved. We got a very strange notice from the Department of Homeless Services. Usually they give us a week to a couple of weeks of notice of a new shelter. They are giving us notice of a new shelter for 2028, and they do not have a specific location. They're telling us 45th Street west of 4th Avenue. So I guess anywhere between the waterfront and 4th Avenue. I've never seen a notice like this. I don't understand this notice, why they're giving us more than 2 years notice. I appreciate that, actually. I don't know how real this is. You may notice there's a new sign, which will soon be replaced by a permanent sign up on the board office across the hall. With the borough president's guidance, their HR department, who consulted with the Department of Labor, we have designated a portion of our office for staff only. There's a sign on the door for that. That is for staff safety, for the safety of our records, and for the privacy of constituents who may have to tell us some personal things. Doesn't mean people aren't going to be allowed in that space. You just have to be invited in. The boardroom and the vestibule out here will remain public space, and we don't have to invite you to that. Just before this meeting, a couple hours before, we were pleasantly surprised that we got the notification for upcoming Virtual input meeting for Martin Luther Playground. That's right across the street from NYU Hospital on Second Avenue. That's going to take place on Wednesday, December 3rd. This is a great time to join them. It's a virtual meeting to join them and discuss what you would like to see upgraded in that playground. That one is needing to work for quite some time. And then Pat brought up the roster of CBOs that the committee is working on. Almost everybody's sitting down, so hopefully nobody will faint with this. You've heard of the new website that's been mentioned many times over and over. It should be live tomorrow. So check out our new website. Hopefully you find information helpful on it. It should have all of our meeting recordings and minutes going back to the beginning of 2023. It is expandable. We could do it in Office. It's a WordPress website. I admit all the words in the instructions are in English, but I do not understand them. So if and Julio has been very helpful in helping us decipher WordPress, thank you. If you have any expertise in WordPress and can help us with our website as we expand it, we greatly appreciate it. We'd also love for you to look at it and say, hey, why don't you do this? So we can figure out other information to put up there and make it more useful to you. And it's a work in progress. So over time, it will expand and you'll see more and more information there. Liquor licenses, since the last time we met, there have been 6 new, and I should take off my hat, shouldn't I? New and renewal applications. There have been no new cannabis licenses in the past month, no new dining out applications in the past month, and then finally the NYPD stats are on the back table for anybody who wants to look at it.
Thank you, Jeremy. Any questions? Jonathan? The question is, who's organizing the meeting for Martin Luther Park?
Department of Parks. There are flyers on the table. It'll also be, no, actually, we got it too late for the newsletter today, so it'll be next week's newsletter.
Thank you.
9:30 tonight.
Moving on to, yes, the link to our new website will be shared with board members when it goes live. We'll also put a link in our newsletter. It's technically the same link, yes, but it'll go live tomorrow and we'll share it out and make sure the link is in our newsletter. Moving on to any old business. Any new business? Okay, there being no other item on the agenda, the meeting is officially adjourned. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.